Good evening and welcome to the Royal Opera House Claw Studio and tonight's Insight event. I'm Natalie Harrison and this evening we're celebrating 10 years of Christopher Wheeldon's modern ballet classic, The Winter's Tale. Returning to the Royal Opera House stage from the 3rd of May, The Winter's Tale is an award-winning adaptation of Shakespeare's profound love story of love and loss. King Leontes is crippled with an all-consuming jealousy when his friend, King Polixenes, stays with him and his wife, Hermione. What follows is a tale where marriage is destroyed, a child is abandoned, and all hope is seemingly lost for two lovers. Packed with emotional turmoil, Christopher's choreography is heightened by Joby Talbot's compelling score and Bob Crowley's atmospheric designs. We'll hear later about the team involved in creating this production, as well as the journey that this ballet has been on in the last 10 years since it premiered here in Covent Garden. But first, please join me in welcoming Director of the Royal Ballet, Kevin O'Hare.
Hello, Natalie. Hello.
Kevin, thank you for joining us this evening. This was one of your first commissions when you just become director of the Royal Ballet, and it's a co-production with the National Ballet of Canada. Can you tell us a bit about this, how this ballet came about, and some of your own personal favourite memories of its creation?
Yes, well, I remember I'd gone over to see the premiere of Alice, because Alice in Wonderland, but also by Christopher Wheeldon, was a co-production with, our first co-production with the National Ballet of Canada. So myself and Janetta Lawrence, the Associate Director at the time, went over to see the premiere, and I actually hadn't got the job yet. I was going back to do more interviews for the job.
It was in the pipeline.
It was, yeah, I didn't know whether I was going to, but I was the administrative director at the time. So we went out for brunch after the premiere the next day. And so, of course, with Karen Kane and myself there and Janetta and Christopher were saying, what's going to be next? What can we do next? And I'd already thought that, you know, it had been such a success with Alice, and really it gave me the courage and the will to really start creating big, full-length narrative ballets. And so really knew Christopher was a very big part of that. And that was the first time he mentioned The Winter's Tale. And I pretended like I'd seen the play. I hadn't actually seen the play because it's not so often performed.
Was it a quick Amazon order?
Yes,
of the
yeah,
book?
quickly look.
And it's not that well known though. It's not one of the, it's one of those lesser known Shakespeare's.
Yes.
Isn't
Of course, everybody knows the stage directions about the bear, and so it was a really interesting conversation, and really felt he was already enthused about it, and wanted to bring back, which we'll talk about a bit later, the team that created Alice to then look at this very, very different story. And so I remember being buoyed on the way back home, thinking, we've got something in the bag that sounds exciting.
So it was Christopher that had thought of Winter's Tale as a narrative to elevate through dance?
Yes, yeah, he'd seen the play and thought maybe this is something that I could translate into a ballet.
And what are some of the challenges in reviving this ballet?
It's a very complex ballet. And the wonderful thing about Christopher's choreography is, especially when you see the big scenes, especially in Act 2, he doesn't just have a corps de ballet just dancing all together at the same time, same rhythms. He really integrates the choreographic elements. And so that, of course, is fantastic to watch, fantastic to dance, but very hard to teach. So we've all been in, all the artistic team are in the studios every hour of the day they can to put this together. And it's challenging. And of course, even though we've revived it quite a few times, it's quite a while since we've performed it here at the Opera House. So a lot of new people in there as well.
And there's a lot of finesse with his work as well, isn't there? So it's not just learning it, it's then getting it up for
and getting the details of all the things, and finding the way, each person finding the way of telling that story as well.
There's lots I want to ask you later about the team and the whole sort of, how this all sort of came together really. But I'm going to say thank you to you for now, but we get Kevin back shortly because we've actually got 2 rehearsals for you this evening. So thank you Kevin, for now. And if you would help me welcome dancers of the Royal Ballet, Fumi Kaneko and Vadim Montigirov, joined by guest repetiteur Edward Watson. thank you so much for joining us. I think they've run the whole ballet already today, so we're really lucky to have them with us this evening. Thank you. Ed, you originated the role of Leontes when Chris was first creating the ballet. Can you share some memories from that process and tell us maybe what it was like to work with Chris while creating the role?
Yeah, I mean, well, it was a lot, as you can imagine. It's a big story to tell. And, you know, when you think about Winter's Tale and the story, you're like, how the hell is he going to do that? So I just remember starting and finding a very, Chris and I worked together quite a lot, so it was quite an easy dialogue to find the movement to describe and express, you know, the complex kind of emotions involved. And I just remember we both really wanted to tell the story physically rather than ballet mime. And, you know, we wanted to make sure that the movement told everything it possibly could. And I just remember having a really happy, interesting, creative working time. So yeah, it's really nice to pass all of that on now that I don't do it anymore. Yeah.
And Vadim, you're debuting, I believe, in this role now. Is this a role you've sort of been waiting to come along and do, and you've watched other people? Has it been?
Yes, I think so, because I've done another role, Florizel, in same ballet. So it's very different, because another role I was just young boy running around, in love, being happy. So obviously now it's...
You can bring the intensity now. It's
a big change.
Yeah, big change.
But we are so lucky with our ballet mistress. The whole rehearsing process is so interesting. It's not just kind of running the pas de deux, running solo. It's learning so many bits in between, which is so important for audience to see, to read. That's what I find very interesting.
It's a really meaty role, isn't it? There's so much about him to convey. And Fumi, you have performed Hermione before. Is there anything you're finding in this revival and doing it again? Is there sort of a development in the character? Is there a change in how you're approaching her?
Definitely, I think so, because last time was my debut and I was in other parts as well. So I was just so concentrated on my role, but this time I feel like I have more time to be watching other characters and understanding story from each character. So I feel like I have more things I want to say, or I want to create this role more differently, and I'm very enjoying the process.
Wonderful. And Ed, can you tell us what we're going to see, where we are in the ballet, and anything the audience should be looking out for?
Well, we changed our minds right at the last minute because Fumi and Vadim actually did the full rehearsal in the studio earlier, and they covered all of Act 1, most of Act 3, and the only bit we didn't do is the last pas de deux, where Hermione is seen as a statue and comes to life. We don't know whether it's a magic moment or whether she's been hidden away for 16 years and been waiting for this moment to say, let's have a chat. So yeah, that's part of the magic of it, is that we don't know. So that's what we're going to do.
So it's lovely. So it's the grand final.
This is the end of the ballet, yeah. Kind of a bit of a resolve, but not quite, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'll leave you to it. So rehearsing King Leontes with his Queen Hermione, Vadim and Fumi, with the wonderful Grant Green on piano.
Okay, shall we just go from walking in, see what happens? If we need to stop, we'll stop, yeah? Grant, do we have that little lead into where he starts walking? Thanks. I'm going to get out your way. And. 7, 8, down, 9, 10, just the head. Good. 5, 6, plie. Okay. Thanks, Grant. Good, really nice. Just a couple of things. We're going to need to see you a little bit. I think we're going to miss the good bit here. I think if you come in maybe, so we just see that hand touch the face this way. Don't cover her. What was I going to say? We need to see a little bit in your body when you touch her face that it's not made of stone, that it's flesh and skin, and what that does to your body, because we see a lot from your back. So that touch has to respond in you a little bit. You can't quite believe it. Do you know what I mean? Just try that a second. That's getting there, good. And then this is great. And then just a little cross of the hands to take her hands. Let's keep it clean. Great. Maybe don't go boom. I think we need to see, it's like I was saying here, when you take her hands, we need to see that these aren't stone as well. They're also skin, and what that feels like on your cheek. Yeah, exactly, you know? Good. Coming around here, try not to respond to the music on the 1 and the 3. I know those are the counts, but maybe just soften that a little bit, this 1, and then the one where you wrap around her legs can be a little bit tighter. Fumi, try not to look at him with that hand. I think it just, you know he's there, and you're not quite ready to forgive him and give in yet. That little bit of support is really tiny. This was good. Coming up, try and come through this statue position a little bit before it makes the développé, so we get the pickup. Yeah, good. Coming down, nice. Just need to be a little bit off on the before picking, and yeah, you've only got those 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to be up 5, 6. We need nothing. 7, 8 for this rond. So we only see the leg move by then. Just show me that after the pickup and the head on the back on the 12. So we've got 9, 10, 11, 12. That's good. Now slot yourself in now, so you revolve at the same time. That's the idea. Yeah, perfect. Should we do that again? Yeah, good. Thanks. 1. That's good. 1, 3. Good. Really small with this hand now, Foom. Yes. Send this one up stage. Settle 9, 10, just head. Now go. Picking up 5, 6, leaning, stay still. Good. Feet down. Bend your knees. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you, Grant. So much better, nice. All of that's really good. I know it's really hard, but when she's on your back, the further her feet come past you, the easier this becomes. If they're far away, the balance is quite strange. Let's just have a look at that put down from the back. Okay, I think you can go lower. Are you okay? I think, oh no, before, let's do the pickup so we see the dismount from your back. I think as low, you need to get, there we go, great. Coming round, so we go round and round. Now, for me, aim your feet behind him as you stand up a little bit more. That's good. Try there, about there. Now, see what happens now with the lean away. And now bend your knees on the way in, Vadim, and bring her back towards you. And a little bit more this time. Yeah, that might be a tiny bit too far, but it looks good if you can. Foot in. Now kneel one leg through. Yeah, good. Just wait for him to get 2 knees down for me. That's it. Now big rond with that. Yeah, nice. So I think as low a plie as you can get, then you'll be able to get this rond around his foot. The lower this one goes, the longer this leg becomes. So just go down a little bit more. Yeah? Let's just have a look at that. Let's go from the revolve for, again, yeah? Just after the 12. Can you play 9, 10, 11, 12 for us? Thank you. 10, 11, 12. And go. Back to back. Now keep this angle as you rond de jambe. Good. Far but not too far with those feet. Okay, good. Bend your knees. 6. One leg through. Good, good, good. 8 and 1. Standing. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Head. 1, 3, 4, flip 5. 2, down 3. 5, travel. 1 leg, 2, out 3, turning 4. 1. Switch to your left leg. 5, good. 6, 7. 1, 2, travel. 5. Hands. 1. Go 7. 5. Change 7, leg 8. 1, step 2, step 3. Step 2. Step 6. Nice. Okay, good. Let's stop there. Good. Really, really, really nice things. Let's just go back off. This was good. I know it's hard. It's all behind you. But I think if you step away before you put your leg down isn't as good as if you really ground yourself and send them both through. Then it's easier for her. If you change your decision there, it's a little bit tricky for her. Good. Coming around here was nice. Just this moment of you when you roll in. Commit to that moment a little bit more for me. Just show me that. Slides. Oh, before that. Coming round here. I think as she goes to touch your face, I think we just need this moment where you can't quite look at her. Otherwise, we're like this for ages, and then she puts her head on your chest. I think we just need to see that moment where you can't bear it, and then she puts her head on your chest. It's just these little moments just change things, you know? No, I think you don't. I think it's just your hand. You know it's going there, you know? Let me see that. That's really nice. And then she gives in and puts her head there. And Fum, if you can keep your head there for most of this promenade, would be good. Yeah. I'm being really picky today, I'm sorry. I think this doesn't look good. I think it's more, they can't help but go up, otherwise we're going round a little bit. I think that the response of her head on your chest just makes your chest lift more than your arms. Make it start from here. Yeah? That's gonna be great. Good, good, good. Now we can go whoosh. Yeah, good. I think don't wait too long for the travel either. The moment that it goes back, it needs to start sliding because we don't have much time. Yeah? That's going to be good. This turn was good. And just show me this hand and roll in moment. There we go. Love that. Yeah. Nice. Can we avoid the big pickup moment a bit? Can we make this promenade, can you use your legs to stand up again rather than completing it and picking her up? Can we just join all of that up a little bit? So we get our arms, start bending your knees, start winding higher and higher and higher, and then it flips a little bit higher than that. Great. Love it, love it, love it. Good. 1, 2, Nice. This was all really nice, Fum. I think we need the, are we?
Here.
I think we might be there. Yeah, good. This was all really nice. Don't wait too long to make contact with that leg on this big, on the whole 8. I think 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's your arm that makes the leg come down. So we're a bit more joined up there. Yeah? Just show me the end of that slide. I think you're upright for too long. I think that this needs to start transferring your weight onto this leg even sooner, so it goes a little bit further than you want before coming back. We're a bit up, down, and around, you know? That's great, 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 great. Follow through with the arm, and this is really nice. Pull that leg up, keep pulling it up. Good. This was all really nice, yeah. Just out of this with the hand offering. Let's just have a look there. Ha, ha, ha. Yes. I think we can get a little bit more roll and turn back from here. I think from here, let her do it. And then that's what makes this arm happen. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a little bit more in your body, and then the arm is just a result of that. Yeah? That's great. And then don't wait too long to come under. This arm is sort of saying, you know, grab on. Yeah? And this, we just need to get the 1, 5, 6, 7. They need to be bent on the 8 and straight by the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the whole 6. Yeah? Let's see if we can get that. Should we do that? What else was I going to say? On the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, leg 5, 6, 7, 8. Then she can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then we were good. Should we do, have you got head in hands? Something into that little moment. Thank you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hands 1. Good, Vadim, nice. 6 going, 7, legs up, 8, and 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, sliding. 1. Step 5, step 7, walk 2, 3, hand 7, 8, 1, step 2. Keep traveling diagonally up, Vadim. That's it. Are you okay? Tell me.
I didn't have enough steps to follow him.
Too far. Okay, so I think the first one you can do a lot, but then after that they get a little bit smaller, otherwise she doesn't have enough feet.
Last one after this, I have only 1, 2.
Yeah. Can we be profile with your legs by that point, even though we're pushing back here? Keep this one where it is and make this one come underneath. So then we're set up for her balance a little bit better, yeah? That was good. Should we go on from this balance here and do the vowels? Have you just got something into her arabesque before she goes away to do the vowels? Yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5, go 6, 7, 8, 1. Lots of time. Growing, growing. Right shoulder round. Good. Good, 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 good. Nice. You're saying, what are we saying here? I was the queen. We made these vows to each other. You're not really being like, and you broke them. I think you're just going, remember, we were a team, a unit, and I think that's what breaks you. I think so. Just be very clear about that. You don't need to look at him. You just need to be really clear about how you feel about that. Good. I think let her do all of this. Once you're down, whatever it is, really let her. It's quite a strong moment for her to decide is this a forgiveness moment? She's getting a little bit warmer with you. Let her really move all of you. So once Fumi's done hers and she's coming in, really be as low as you can, Vadim. I think this is too high. I think from here and here, be right down here, and then let her really pick you up to a higher place. Let her do all of it. Let her do it. And then we just need you a little bit on your face, remembering as you come up, don't keep your head here. We need to see that that is she forgiving you? You remember that you made those vows too. I think just be really clear about it, yeah? Let's go from Fumi's vows again. Let her do all of this. Look at her, look at her. Stay with her. Not too fast, Grant, thanks. Nice, boom. Cross that leg. Good, 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 good. Travel. Go 4. One more. 2, 3, change 4, 5, 6, step 1. Lift, travel back. And out 1. Okay, good, good, thanks. Yeah, thanks, really nice. This lift is great. Try, once it's up here, not to let it drop down. Try and keep it as high as you can and then lower her with yourself so we don't get that slip because it's such a good position. I really liked it. Coming down, this is good. Just going into the bourrées backwards, make something more of these each time of the changeover. And then how this other one comes in, that's good. Nice, nice, pull her. Step. Can it not be both up like that? Can the leg come up and the arms be a little bit lower before now change over and just roll it all in now? Yeah, that's good. Very nice, good. We covered everything. Good. Nice. Good. Yeah.
Thank you, Fumi. Thank you, Vadim. Thank you, Fumi. Well, they've already rehearsed and worked so hard today, so we'll say thank you very much. It's actually also Vadim's birthday today, so we'll let him get home. Thank you so much. And Ed, if you would join me.
Good to see you later.
Thank you. It was lovely to see that bit of rehearsal. Do you think you would approach Leontes differently now, having jumped in as a coach for the role?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think, I think I did about 2 or 3 revivals of it, and it was always different. When you make, or you're part of being involved in the creation of such a big ballet and a big story, obviously you're working against time as well, and you just about learn what it is you're doing and where to go and dealing with a costume and trying to make all the steps work. And then you think, oh, actually, I wouldn't have done that. So it was nice to have a few goes. And I always found different things and different ways to do things. And yeah, that didn't change.
It's such a marriage, isn't it, of so much difficult technique, difficult partnering, as well as so much narrative to get across. And I think what must be so lovely for someone like Vadim debuting in the role is you've got the experience of how to pace his development, his role, his everything.
Yeah, it's not me doing it. So you have to know the person who is doing it enough and find the best way out of them. Sometimes a little bit tougher, sometimes a little bit more supportive, but yeah.
It looked exquisite. I'm excited.
Yeah,
me
for
the
too.
show.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And we're going to welcome Kevin back to join us now to dig in a bit deeper to the sort of process of the production coming together. Kevin.
Where you go.
Thank you for both being here tonight. Chris Wheeldon was actually hoping to be here and unfortunately is unwell. But so it's been 10 years since we premiered Winter's Tale. How does it feel bringing it back to the main stage? It's now been performed all around the world. And how is it received in different locations, Kevin?
Well, of course, it's very exciting to bring it back. And I was trying to work out how many revivals we've, apart from, I think we had the premiere run, and then I think we did it 3 more times up until 2017, and then there was the pesky COVID and all of that. So I think with that's why it's a little later. There's been a bit of a gap, but yeah, it's obviously it was really exciting for me and the company and the dancers, and I remember that night feeling how great it was for these dancers that have been doing, like Ed and like Lauren and Sarah and Stephen, Federica and Zenaida, all these people that had done these great roles from the past, like Manon and Romeo and Juliet and all these ballets, and that they were actually giving the ballet world the next of new work, big new work like that, and it's become that. It really is one of those that people want to dance, people want to perform, and it was fantastic. We had an amazing tour to Brisbane, and we took that and Wolfworks, these 2 big ballets that we'd done, and it was great to see the excitement of the audience there, to see the Royal Ballet doing these new works and really loving them, And then since then, what's been wonderful is so many companies have taken on this work. So quite a few years ago, it was performed at the Bolshoi, and then Hamburg Ballet have just done it last year, I think. I'm now not quite sure.
Going a couple of other places.
It's going a few other places. I'm not quite sure whether it's been announced yet. But I love that. And I think that how brilliant that these ballets that were created at the Royal Ballet are now going to the major companies around the world. And that's really exciting.
But ultimately, you commissioned something that's become, it's so quintessentially Royal Ballet as well, in that there's a hell of a lot of story to tell and technique and musicality. And it's sort of become one of the jewels in the crown, hasn't it? Roles for people to evolve to and aspire to and watch and learn from in this sort of process. So it's sort of joined the ranks of...
There's a great competition that's very private that they do at the Royal Ballet School, and it's called the Lynn Seymour competition. It's about showing your dramatic chops, really, and it's always the second years, and they can choose exactly what they want to do, and they have to write a little piece about why they're doing it. And of course, about 3 of them had Leontes.
Yeah, how many Leontes?
Yeah, and Ed Watson's my favourite dancer, and I just want to be that person, you know. And,
The school's doing really well.
Were you the judge?
Yeah. But it was great that that's what they want. You know, people could see that it's a really great dramatic role that they want to get their teeth into, you know. So it's,
and in the space of a decade, it's sort of elevated to that level up there with the other roles people are doing. I was considering, when you mentioned earlier about Chris choosing Winter's Tale, I mean, there is a sort of tradition with Shakespeare and ballet, with Macmillan's Romeo and Juliet and Ashton's The Dream, but do you think he's an expert at it? So actually, I would like to think he sort of chooses these really difficult stories that are quite, it's not boy meets girl, straightforward. He likes to sort of really get into the gnarly and difficult. And a bit like with Alice, actually, so much was linguistic to get across, and then he casts people that can act within his technique and steps. Do you think he's drawn to those difficult and complicated stories?
yeah, I think he doesn't want to take.
He certainly
the
doesn't
easy
shy
route.
away from them.
Yeah.
He certainly gets a thrill and some of his best work out of the challenge of telling those stories.
Yeah.
And Chris is amazing at casting his own ballets.
Yeah.
Like he really knows. He can see something in someone and go, oh, that's right and that's right. But yeah, on paper you think, how the hell? But I think he's found his own way of telling stories, which has become a bit of a language, and it's great.
It was really interesting, wasn't it, when we did it first time? And of course, he'd discussed it quite a lot with Nick Heiner, who was then at the National, and I think that's where Chris had seen the play. And so they discussed it a lot, and then Nick was really helpful and brought in some actors, didn't they? And they talked through certain elements of the play just to get that into.
It's a hard language to read if you're not an actor or a Shakespeare expert. So you look at it on the page and you read it 5 times, and you think, I still have no idea what they're saying. So to have these amazing actors come in and read a scene for you, go, oh yeah, no, I've got it now.
Yeah,
It was really strange, and that kind of changed everything for us in that cast. We understood the kind of pace of it and the heat of it, and it was really interesting.
Because I think it's one of those plays people sort of assume and think they know, but the actual complexity of the story they don't. They sort of, everyone knows Exit Pursued by Bear and a few other sort of pub quiz-like questions around it, but the actual story is quite complicated. And to show jealousy where it's not just looking like anger, or to show, like, you know, forgiveness and all these very complicated things to sort of get across. Did you study the text when you were first jumping into the role?
And it's really difficult. The language is the language is really difficult. So I did, obviously, you read the synopsis of it, and then what I found really more helpful than trying to struggle my way through it was listening to other people talk about it and their, you know, the discussion of it, or things that people had written on it, rather than trying to get through the language myself. I just actually weirdly didn't have the time. We were in the middle of making it and doing it, so to read a lot of other people's expert thoughts on it and get into those discussions of those feelings about it was much more helpful to me than trying to struggle with each line.
And the team Chris put in place, or you put in place, to sort of elevate the whole production, what is this sort of magic dust across the 3 of them with Joby and Bob? Because I'd like to think it's that neither sort of bullies the other one out. They all have a real voice in the story, but it's been such a successful collaboration, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I think obviously now there's a little bit of shorthand, you know, which is great, you know, is always helpful when you're creating something and getting to the nub of what you want to tell in that story. But I think, yeah, they do. I think they're equals in that conversation. And I know when they're putting the synopsis together, that they go and they sit down and they work together and they thrash it out. Should we have this bit? Should we get rid of that character? All of those questions are asked by each of them, and they come with this synopsis. And I think that's the beginning of it. And we also have the great lighting designer, Natasha Katz. And so together they can create these worlds. And how different are, you know, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland Winter's Tale, and then since then, like Water for Chocolate, you know, and so that's what's wonderful. They can really explore these different worlds together.
And so we've got some costumes from the show here today. What costumes have we got here?
Ooh, that's
it's not a test.
yes. Is that yours?
Leontes.
That's
from
Leontes
Act
here.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be yours actually, Ed, I think, with the gem.
They put it in the
Still
archives.
Still drying.
And Perdita from Act 2 here with the purple dress.
Yeah.
And then the far one, I believe, is the King of Bohemia,
That's
Gentleman of Bohemia.
Yes.
a gentleman of
A
Bohemia.
Of
gentleman.
Bohemia. Gentleman of Bohemia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. Of course, when I look at those costumes, you know, I go, oh, there's Ed and there's Sarah, and so it is. You do. They are sort of indelible in your mind. But what's great about, as Vadim said, you know, he is doing this for the first time, but he was Florence the last time, wasn't he?
Florizel.
Florizel last time. And you know, we've got who else is Sarah's then now.
Sarah's now
Now,
doing
Yeah.
Hermione. Yeah.
So we're all
the
changing around in
graduation.
graduation, and I think that's great.
I was going to ask you about the new generation learning the work, and how do you help performers who are new to these roles develop their own interpretations? I suppose that's sort of for you, Ed.
I guess from what you just saw, you know, you have to let them try, start, see what happens, and then if something isn't working, you have to give them the original idea, the intention, or the final thing that Chris and I came to. It wasn't like I just turned up and he went, great, that's it, that's perfect. We went through a lot of things, and I can explain that, and I can explain why. But also, there are things, you know, I've already seen people doing which I didn't do, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had. You know, it's things, if the story's being told, no music has been changed, no steps have been changed, then that's good. That's how it should go forward. It's not, I don't want anyone to be me, but I also don't want them to be wrong. So it's just that, you know, trying to find that.
It's
way
like
of
never
doing it.
regurgitating someone else's interpretation, is it? It's always just finding.
Yeah, but you know, some people did things for a reason because it was the intention. So it's knowing what had to be and what's kind of allowed, you know, it's working that out.
I love that there's the marriage of sort of, it's so dramatic and heartbreaking at times, but then Act 2 is such joy. It's joy to dance, it's joy to watch, joy to listen to, joy to look at. It's just that real explosion in the middle,
Different
isn't
world,
it?
they're in a different
Yeah,
place.
it's gorgeous. Well, I think we're going to move on and have some more rehearsals, but thank you both so much for reflecting on the creation of this ballet. And if you will join me in now, thank you both very much. You can take the chair. Thank you. I'm now going to welcome Chris Saunders, the rehearsal director of the Royal Ballet. Chris, good evening. So earlier this evening we saw King Leontes and Hermione, and we're now escaping to a hillside in Bohemia. What are we going to see in this next rehearsal?
Florizel and Perdita, and we're going to be rehearsing the wind chimes pas de deux, which is about 2/3 into the way of Act 2.
And what qualities are you trying to work on this evening?
Well, I would like to see them know the choreography. I want the choreography to be in their head so that they don't have to think about it, so that then they can let the movement and their own bodies express how they're feeling.
So it's getting that imprint
So
in.
it's sort of the more they do it, the more they don't have to think about it too much. It's just a long process,
Yeah.
in a way.
So it's
And they're
letting
young
it
and they've never
settle.
done it before, so it's sort of quite good that we'll go slowly today. So it won't be a run. It'll be stop and start and try things out.
Great, I look forward to it. Please welcome Sai Maeda and Luca Acri. Evening. Evening, thank you for joining us. I believe you're both debuting, is that right? How are rehearsals going, Sai?
Yeah, it has been such a fun to rehearse this ballet. It's lots of dancing and also lots of partnering, so it's a challenge for sure. But
Have you danced together much before?
We've just done pas de deux in
Okay,
Swan Lake.
but very different.
also we
Not
did
like a proper
Yeah.
Nutcracker this
Nutcracker,
year.
yeah,
It was-
Nephew and Clara.
And
We
Can't
did it
forget you
together.
did that.
no, it was
Wasn't that
last
long
minute,
ago.
So,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that's very different partnering, isn't it? It's a very different approach, different
Yeah.
choreography.
Yeah.
And what other casts have you watched do these roles that have inspired you?
I mean, I've been here in the creation process 10 years ago. So, you know, I was watching Stephen and Sarah creating this role. So,
Oh, so that's lovely. So you've seen it right from the ground up, and now
Yeah.
you get to put your stamp on it, as it
yeah,
were.
it's so great to be doing this, and you know, it's a fun, it's dream come true.
Oh, wonderful. Well, let's watch them, shall we? I'll let you crack on. I'll take your mics for you. Thank you.
Hi, Grant. So, shall we just have 8 in, and we'll just start, and then I'll stop. Thanks, Grant. Okay, stop. Good, good, good. When you put the hand over to the shoulder, Luca, port a bras and give it a little tap. That's it. Now, don't move that hand. You're going to go underneath, duck under, so you're not going to lose contact for that, yeah? Otherwise, if you take the hand up, it doesn't really make sense while you're going underneath. Yeah? Just try again. Sai, sorry. Can you not do that down to the floor? Can you reach out? Just reach. His touch makes you go, oh, that tingle feel. Yep. Okay, okay. Just a little bit more, good, good, good. Just a little bit more, like, it's not a développé, but développé it out here, heel, and then enveloppé it into the toe. Just a little bit bigger, like, it's almost like it's, ouch. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You still do a little bit too much of like a ripple effect. No, not down there, just straight, oh. Don't go down, just touch my hand. Hang on, go back. He's going to touch you. Now touch it and back in. Just, oh, straight out and in. Yeah, so that's it. We want to see your face. And the minute you look down, we get the top of the head. Yeah, I told you it was going to be slow and there was going to be detail. Yeah, and then Luca, because each move sort of starts the other move. So it's your hand, her hand, your head goes into your head, into her hand, into your touch, into your duck, into her leg, into her coming back in, into your leg. Okay? So it's sort of literally one phrase, but there's a lot of different movements in there. One last time of this bit, and we'll move on. And and breathe. Into head, into arm, touch, boom, and up, down, up. Good. Okay, so Luca, just a little tip. When you do that, have your other hand on the back of her waist that no one can see. Because otherwise it's just on the leg. Yes? No one can see that. And then as you turn, it comes off. That's it. And then she's a bit more secure. You can put her back onto her leg. Now you can let go. That's it. Because then it gives you a moment to be able to go to the pit without her having nothing to holding her up. Yep, so you bring her back up, go to the pit, and then you've got that promenade that looks like you've done it all with one arm. Once again. And don't forget you adore each other. And you're playful. Young love. Stay on point for that side. Good, Luca. Turn. Kiss. And cross leg. Okay. Okay, good, 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 good. Sai, I couldn't see it. It looked like you came onto demi-point for that. Try from there just to go on point and lift. Yep. Then this was good. Excellent arm. And then grab the ankle. Just try to go dive as you turn. Don't wait. What did you do? You started turning. It's a long day. You started turning, and then Sai did a dive. It's quite nice to see the dive go into the turn. Yeah, so just wait a fraction. Try one more time, and then we can go from the splits next time. And that's better already. Just a smile was nice. You know each other well. Under, heel tap, and playful. In, out. That's it. Take your time. Got time. Find a good place. And dive, side, go. That's better. Kiss. Easy. Legs. Okay. Splits. Okay. Can we direct that split leg, Sai? Can you keep it, even if, take it slightly off the floor, but direct it that way, really quasi. Yep. Yes, Luca, if you can do it in a way that your knees aren't going to block her as you slide. It is diagonal. Don't go so diagonal that you're at this angle. Sort of somewhere between flat and diagonal. So it's still on a little bit to that corner. Yeah, better, already better. That's it, and really calm. Good. And swivel. Bing, bing. Good, good, good. Do you have the splits marked?
Yes. Can I give you the kiss 8?
Kiss 8. Mark it from the kiss 8. You don't have to go up into the lift, okay? And kiss. Legs come out. And let's go this way. Up. Ding, ding, easy. Back. Tombe swivel. 8 and 1. Kneel. That's it. Look at each other. Down. Plie relevé. 2. That should be. We need a little break there. So we've got that little tombe relevé. Let the leg come around, and then we need to swish. We're allongé. We go bom bom. So we've got to go from allongé, straight leg, to plie on point, attitude, and a curved right arm.
She does that, I don't.
Well, you're holding her wrist, so know that she's going to go. Yeah. Play slide 8. And 2, 3, 4. Swivel. Dig, dig, out. 2, 3, go. 4, 5. And jump. So don't be late. Da, 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 da. Oh. You've done your little gallop. You've done rond de jambe. Rond de jambe. At the end of the phrase, we're going here to get and a 1, dun. Should be done by 2. Break is by 2. Da da yum bum 2 is the plie. 2. Play that slide 8 again. And side, side. 1, 2. Go slow. Change. 1, 2. It's a little bit fuzzy. Good. Good, Luca. 2, 3. Okay, so we've almost got a count for each thing. You've got a count for each walk. 1, 2, you go up to 6, 3. Yeah, 3, and he'll pick you up 4. And you've got 1, 2, you do your passe and your left arm, 3, 4, and, because she's going 4 and ready to walk 5. 1, 2, 3, she goes passe, lift, walk. And you're 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. Still could be clearer. You've got it into your body that you're not. So you're going to be upstage. Plie, releve. Swish back. No, so show its upstage arm is allongé. So show there, now plie and change. So Luca, you need to be, because this arm's a little bit, I know I'm taller, but if you can be more here to get that, if you're here, it pulls this arm a bit too back for her to get it up into 5th. So just adjust yourself. All these sort of things will take adjustment because you're different heights to what Sarah and Stephen were to each other. That's it, but we've still got to get the same effect. So you'll just have to be a little bit more this way. Ping on 3. Ping on 3. So this is the drag back. So we can go right on that 8. We'll do the drag back. Ping on 3 is the ping. That's all right. Right on the drag back. Ready, and drag. 2. Ping. Oh, hang on. So let's only see ping and not yo. Let him go, oh, and you just go, oh. Okay, same thing. Ready, and drag. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay, now, can we do a little bit of a Chris Wheeldon, being as it's his ballet? A Chris Wheeldon through the foot. 2, that's quite jazzy. Don't have to go quite as jazzy, but it was very nice. 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm getting in your way. Yep. So Luca, when you kneel, you don't have to be quite as close. You don't want to go too far from her, but when you take that position on the floor, yes, you're about there. So by the time you swivel to 2 knees, and then you do the leg over, that's it. That gives Sai enough space to do 2 nice little rolls through the foot and get then downstage for you there. Play that ping again, and then we can pick up after your ping. Yes? And 2, ping, 3, 4. That's better. Good. She can go. 2, 3, 4, lift, walk. 6, 7, together, 8. Down, 2, 3. Okay, so the order of this, we've done our 5, 3, pick up 4. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, Luca, just you're going to go 1, touch the foot, 2. Yeah? Sai, you're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got your foot flex. 1, you go 2. So his arm comes in as yours goes out. Then you go 3 with your leg. So we have facing front. 1, arm, 2, leg, 3, and then we can go on to the next, morph into the next position. Yeah. It's the same place we'll hear. Don't go down on your knees again, Luca. You all right? Or do go down on your knees again, Luca. Okay, same thing, the ping 3, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Flex that foot. Good. Point. Go in. Contract all the way down. 5. Okay. You've got... That's almost really lovely, but not too Spartacus at that moment. That was almost really lovely. We just stayed a bit too high, too long. Make it like a corkscrew that goes, okay. You know when you've got the corkscrew?
Yeah.
That look. So we start up, we start to turn, immediately that foot points. We've already started to drop a couple of centimeters, and then it just goes all the way down to the 2 knees. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then on this lean away, Stephen used to leave his hand. As she went down to here, as she came up onto that knee on point, he used to leave his hand on her pit and do a lunge that way. That's it. Then you can help her up and grab the leg. That's it. That's it. Yep. It's a little bit more economical with the time and because that always takes a little bit longer than you want. Yep. What have you got? The walk's 8. Perfect. So this is on your 1, 2, 3, 4. Play on those. Thank you. And 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Good. 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Start and point. Keep that leg up. Don't cheat it, Luca. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, so the hard thing with all of this is you've got to use each other's bodies to partner each other, and not in the Swan Lake way where it's hand on waist, promenade. Yeah, so once you've got just the pit and the leg, then it goes to just the pit, but her leg comes around. Then you use your bodies. So you've got to use your arms to partner you now, Sai, and cross around. Yeah, but what you've got to do is not cheat it, you've got to disguise it. So this arm coming in, you don't want to go, You want to go like, this is the one that you want to go hook, and that one would just be, oh, my Luca. Yeah? So use the downstage one, not to grab. Use that one to go, this one to disguise it. And then Luca, so you're going to be on she wants to come back up to that leg, the one where your foot nearly is on. So up, that's it. And you've got to come up without holding her, ideally. Come up and then get her slightly away from it to walk around. And Sai, you'll have to help as well, because you know where your foot is. So when you come up to it, you can use his body with this part of your arm to feel where you need to be before you go to 6th. So it's a real joint mix of partnering. Just try it without music. So we've come up to there, that's it. Now she comes around. That's it. Now hook with your right and make the left elegant. Left isn't elegant. Like that. Just cross it over. Don't do ballet hands. Just let it come across. That's it. Now he's going to come up, close. Try not to step. That's it. Try to be on your left leg side, because it's the left leg that's on the floor. Try to almost like your pencil turning, because otherwise what happens is we get... Yeah, which we want to try not... That's it. That's what we want to try. So he's not holding you, but he's there as support. It's a bit like he's the bar. Try again. Yeah. These are the fiddly moments that take a long time, but what do you need? You need to get around more. So Luca, don't let her off there so much she gets stuck. Allow the little bit of off to allow her to keep turning. And go and bring her up. Get that leg round to the front, because that'll help you, Sai. Yes. And that's it. There you go. Already better. Close and keep on that leg. There you go. That's already smoother. Yeah, perfect. Should we go right where we've got to? Because that was good. Have you got...
5, 6, 7, 8 to the 6s.
Play right on the 6s for us, and we'll just mark. And 2, 3, 6, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 3, 2. Come around, 4. Now we can do these, and go. No arms on the first one, Luca. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. We're missing something. Show me the end of the, the first one, don't use arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's almost 3 counts each. But everyone takes a little bit longer. And the second 2, you use this. Now we need to find this position. You've got to take her hand, bring it up, and pass it to your left hand. That's it. Yes. So there's a brief moment, Sai, when you're in what I call curtsy this way, and Luca, you're doing it and passing the right, from your right to your left. That's it, and then we can go to there. Yeah, and then you go up, off and a little bit off back. Sigh. It's beautiful, but don't have your energy going sort of out there. Have it, he's right in front of you, so especially because he needs to let you off very slightly that way. So get the arm in front, leg behind, and he'll bring you up, and now you can let it go. And this is this way. Sigh. This is like that, not come dance with me. This is just, you're loving the turn. Almost look up and turn like a kid. Yeah? Where should we hear? Let's put that to music. Have you got the punting? Right on punting. Is that the 4th, 5th, 6th? Right on punting. Perfect. You'll be not too far over. Here we go. Right on it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3. Curtsy 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Turn 5, 6. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so we're a bit late. Because on that, on the tune, you should be literally just starting that promenade here at the end of that other 6, ideally, so that we see jum da da dee dum. So make those a little bit quicker. They're a little bit too slow. And Sai, have that moment once you get to the end of the legs that they both come around and in, the 2nd and 3rd time with the flex feet. Right on it. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, go. Kneel, arabesque, up, pulling off. Start the promenade. Yes, go. And sit, change. 6, up, 2, knee to knee, lift, up. Oh, down, up. Okay, good. And up, get that leg right up to 12 o'clock. Okay, good. Not bad. Okay. Hang on, come back. That's good. Just when we get here to the end, don't be too close. Be far enough away that then you can go, let the leg go, and you can go right back. Yes? Just try. Now. That's it, and go, and you run. Yeah. And don't pull him back with you, because he wants to go that way. And you'll just stick your hips forward a little, Lucas. Pretty good. We get a little bit late down there, but we can sort that. I mean, the movement's right. We just get a little bit behind the beat, so we don't really get the arabesque and off and then into that promenade. A little bit quicker. Yeah, ideally. And then, because even these, these are almost half a phrase each. Jum da dee, jum da da dee da. Then you've got time to wait. And then you've got time to do the spiral down and out pose. Yeah. So it's a little bit at the same tempo. So you've got the mechanics, which is perfect. And that's just each day, more and more come. Natalie's hovering. Is that it?
I hate to cut you off there.
We're
that
finished.
Was beautiful. Yes, you
That's the first little section. Excellent. Thank you, Grant.
So thank you so much to Sai, Luca, Chris and Grant on piano. I am very sorry that is all we have time for this evening, but you can see The Winter's Tale here at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden from the 3rd of May. Please visit the website for tickets or join us live in UK cinemas on the 22nd of May or at any encore screening on the 26th of May. Thank you so much to all the guests this evening. Thank you to the lovely audience here in the Claw studio. And thank you very much to all the audiences watching live at home online. It's been a pleasure to have you with us for this insight. Good night.